Quantile regression versus linear regression. How do they differ? First thing, let's make sure we're all on the same page on quantiles. Quantiles are the inverse of the CDF, cumulative distribution function. Mathematically, they are defined like this, but I think a graphical demonstration is more intuitive. In the graphs, you can see on the left the CDF of a standard normal distribution. Each value on the x-axis is mapped to the probability of getting a result less or equal to this number. On the right, you see the inverse of this function. For each probability you give this function, it will map it to a value. You will get less or equal this value with the probability you supplied. Some famous quantiles include the median, the value which half of the other values will be below it, the center dashed line here, and the quartiles, the first and third quartiles, which are the two lines next to it. Okay, back to regression. What are the differences between linear regression and quantile regression? In linear regression, we model the mean of the distribution. We relate the mean to some linear model, beta 0 plus x times beta 1 for the 1D case. In quantile regression, we relate the quantiles. For example, we can relate the median to the linear model or the first quartile. In linear regression, we try to minimize the squared error, or maximize the log likelihood if we assume a known distribution, like a normal distribution. In quantile regression, we try to minimize the quantile loss, which is a quantity I will elaborate on in the next video. Finally, linear models have a really neat and simple closed-form solution, arrived at by doing ordinary least squares or maximum likelihood, while quantile regression requires some optimization-based methods, which are solved by linear programming, or other methods such as IRLS, gradient descent, etc. Let's see what it means on a graph. Here I have some data coming from a normal distribution centered around this line. The normal linear model assumes the following assumptions. The mean of each y is a linear function of x, but there is some added normal noise on top of it. If we calculate the quantile regression on the same data, say at the first and third quartiles, we will have that they are equally spaced from the median line, which should be equal to the mean line in this graph. If we have a non-normal linear regression, this means that the distribution of the error is not necessarily known, only that the mean of the noise is 0 and that it has a constant variance. OLS can still work to give a solution. In the case shown here, since the distribution is not symmetric, the quantile regression will have non-equally spaced lines. The space between 0.25 and 0.5 is smaller than the space between 0.5 and 0.75. In the case of heteroscedastic regression, we don't assume that the errors will have a constant variance. In the case shown here, we see that the variance grows as x grows. In this case, quantile regression will have lines with different slopes. Note that in all these examples, getting prediction intervals from quantile regression is quite simple. You simply calculate two different quantile regressions for the desired quantiles. For example, if we calculate the regression for the 0.025 and 0.975 quantiles, we will get a 95% prediction interval. So we understand the difference between linear regression and quantile regression, but why do we even need quantile regression? The main reason is something called robustness. Linear regression is very sensitive to outliers, especially if the model assumptions are broken. Quantile regression, on the other hand, is robust and is not sensitive to model misspecification. For example, suppose our errors come from a Cauchy distribution. This distribution, although symmetric and resembles the normal shape to the naked eye, nonetheless has thicker tails and undefined mean and variance. In this example, linear regression will fail and quantile regression will prevail. But don't just take my word for it. Let's put this to the test, as a code demonstration is worth 1,000 slides. Here I load the essential libraries, NumPy to create and handle the data, matplotlib to plot, and statsmodel to do quantile regression. This function will create some data that is centered around a linear line with a slope and intercept and add some Cauchy noise to it. This function will solve a linear regression using least squares. And this function will solve a quantile regression for alpha equals 0.5, that is for the median, using the stats model's algorithm of choice, which is IRLS if I'm not mistaken. This function will plot the data, the real line we used to create the data, and the two fitted lines, the linear regression one and the quantile regression one. Finally, let's put this all together. Each time I run this cell, new data is being generated coming from the same red line, and new lines are being fitted. Notice that the red line doesn't change, and that the purple line, which is the quantile regression, is usually very close to that line. But the green line, which is the linear regression, can get quite wrong results some of the time. I did focus the y-axis on the red line. There is actually quite a lot of noise outside the scope of this plot, which is why the linear line gets it wrong. And if I would zoom out, the difference might look less impressive. But notice how the quantile or median regression is not affected by this noise at all. This goes to show that quantile regression is indeed more robust than linear regression. Well, that's all for this video. See you in the next one.